everyone, welcome to a special episode of the Kind of Late Show. This is my contribution to Nando V Movies One Musical Scene playlist, because now I finally have my own YouTube channel. So let's get cracking. I could have done a bunch of scenes, or not a bunch of scenes, because no one's doing a bunch of scenes. I think Nando did, though. However, I wanted to originally kind of go with Queen, Shaun of the Dead. Someone did that already, and I'm sure by the time I post this, someone will have done Napoleon Dynamite, When in Rome at the end. However, this week, here in Los Angeles, where the Kind of Late Show was filmed, there was protest in the Angelino Heights area, where Dominic Toretto fires up his barbecue at the end of every Fast and the Furious movie. Except for one. Fast 5, the movie we're talking about today. At the end of one of the greatest car chases ever put to film, mostly practically filmed, minimal CG, Brian O'Connor and Dominic Toretto have dragged a safe full of hundreds of millions of dollars through the streets of Rio. Now, Ludacris is about to unlock this massive vault with a handprint scan that they got from Wonder Woman's ass. And as soon as you hear the vault unlock, the needle drops. Danza Kudora by Don Omar. The scene becomes a complete celebration. The movie becomes a complete celebration. Is now every character's reaction is the greatest joy they've ever seen. Mia and Brian embrace each other. Vin Diesel, Dominic Toretto, looks to God in thankfulness. The next scene cuts to a montage of what they did with all the money. Obviously, of course, Dominic Toretto left money for the widow of his best friend, Vince, in Rio, as it was his actions that caused the death of his best friend, former best friend. His best friend was Brian O'Connor. The next scene, after seeing what we can now only assume is financial security, is now financial uncertainty, represented by a Monaco casino, as two of the clowns from the crew are now betting all of their money on roulette. We don't see the outcome, as that would take away from what the scene represents, which is financial uncertainty. The next part of the montage, a tribute to Too Fast and Too Furious. Part of a movie that Vin Diesel said shouldn't happen because he didn't want to milk the franchise for money and have soulless movies. The two souls of that movie reunite in a symbolic gesture by not just having one of the rarest cars in the Western Hemisphere, but two. Another tribute afterwards follows, as Justin Lin gives what at the time was a fitting end to the character Han, a character he brought from his indie film career, as he's showing to going on a road where we know what that road ends for him. It ends for him in death in Tokyo. The music ends. The movie goes on. It has one more scene. It's Vin Diesel and Paul Walker race again. This movie ends. The Fast and the Furious franchise has always represented the cultural diversity and richness that comes from that in the not specifically the Los Angeles area, but that's just possible. And here in Los Angeles, that is apparent. The reason that there's protest right now currently in the neighborhood of Angelino Heights is because street racers now see the neighborhood as somewhat of a mecca, and all go there to live their dreams and hopefully one day become super assassins. With a lot of uncertainty right now in the world, I think it's great that we have at least one franchise that hasn't been so in your face about messaging and kind of just stuck to its high octane nonsense, but at the same time has always represented what we work together, what we could accomplish. Because We can go to space. Eh?
But he wanted them to go up against Godzilla.
I love this idea.
He
I
wanted
love
them
this idea.
to somehow enter into the legendary universe.
You know, it's
down
so
Godzilla.
crazy.
Godzilla's
It's
can't be
bold.
taken. It's contractually obligated by Toho that Godzilla cannot die.
Not when you have family.
So by the end of it, Godzilla's
so by the end of it, it's Son of
family.
Godzilla. By the end of it, Minilla comes out and they're fighting a new monster.
Exactly. Like they're about to kill Godzilla, and then the egg hatches, and he just powers up. It's like, I have family now.
And then they're like, Godzilla has family now. Now he's one of us.
Someone get him a corona.